Hi, it's Greg Schnell here with your Daily 5. Thank you for taking the time to join me. I've got a few nice charts for you to check out this week, and hopefully you'll find some trade ideas there for you. The first one I want to talk about is L Brands, and one of the reasons I like the stock is the scooter ranking has now popped up to make it one of the best that it's been in 3 years. And I think that's a really positive development for the stock. One thing that's interesting to note is the stock was starting to break out in early January and then had just started to come out of a 6-month base and then fell down due to the COVID pullback. And now what we start to see is it's breaking out to new one-year highs. And as it's starting to do that, it had a terrific week. Up 12%, but I think that's the kind of price action we want to watch into the fourth quarter. And of course, we've got back to school, more people spending time at home so they can dress more casually. And then you've also got the holiday seasons coming up in the fourth quarter. So this stock sets up well. Some of the other indicators that are starting to show nicely here are the relative strength is breaking out to new one-year highs, so that's compared to the S&P 500. This is a really good look here. It looks like it really wants to push higher. Looking in on the full stochastic, it's right at the top of the range, and the reason is because the price is right up at the top of the 14-week range, so this is very strong. And I think if we got any sort of pullback in the next few weeks, try to look to pick it up around $25. You might have to get on a moving escalator here, but it looks really strong. And look at the volume coming in. In the last 3 weeks, we've had huge volume pushing the stock around, and the PPO has now moved up to the highest level it's been at in 3 years. So what's not to like here? I think it's really setting up well. There's a lot of demand pushing in on this name here, and with that sort of horsepower, that's exactly what we're looking for out of these retail brands. If the market does pull back and we get a chance to buy a little bit on a dip, maybe somewhere back around the 10-week moving average might be a nice place to look. Let's go check out my number 2 stock. And it's called Lifetime Brands, and the ticker symbol is LCUT, or LCUT. And they make the plastic storage for your deck outside or the little storage shed in the backyard. A lot of the children's furniture, they have some other types of products that they make. But what's happening is with everybody doing renos in their backyard, this stock is well set up to take advantage of that. One of the reasons I picked this one specifically was I actually ordered one of their deck storage sheds back in June or July, and it was back ordered 6 weeks. They were having trouble getting them, and that was through Wayfair. So I was just shocked that they could be back ordered on something so simple, and if there's that kind of demand already showing up, these things could be moving up and away. So as we go through the indicators, I really like to see the scooter ranking up near the top here, pinned up at 90%, and it's been up here for a while already. That's the strongest it's been in 3 years. I think that's a definite trend change set up, and I like to see that on the stock. Looking here on the full stochastic, the highest reading we've had in 3 years again. That's the kind of bullish change I want to see. Relative strength compared to the S&P 500, breaking out to new 8-month highs or 9-month highs, so that's fairly strong. And as this breaks out here, the whole goal is to try and catch it relatively early in the move. We've just had a big push to pop it up to new 52-week highs and then a strong start in the last couple of weeks. So this looks ready to go. Looking at the PPO, one of the things I like is buying things as they move up above zero. And this stock hadn't been above zero for 3 years, so really in a downtrend, and all of a sudden a big reversal in demand for their products. So there's probably lots of room on this name to pop higher. The PPO way up here at 10% is very strong. But again, if the whole move into the home is taking off like this, I think this is a really interesting way to play it rather than directly buying some of the other types of names in here. But this one, again, my experience with it is back ordered for a long time already, and probably bodes well for their product line. Wayfair. This one's been running for a while, but I want to point it out that it feels a bit like an Amazon name to me where it just wants to keep going. I realize it's in home improvement retailers. It broke out roughly 3 weeks ago, and it is starting to really push up here. Was 230 and it's already 330, 340. Really starting to make a strong move to the high side. One of the things that's nice on this name, obviously, is the relative strength has really started to outperform since the COVID dip. And with that move, what we're seeing is a lot of interest in people just buying their stuff online. You don't have to try and figure out how to get a big deck storage bin home. It shows up delivered right to the house. And the scooter ranking for this little mid-cap stock is at 99.8, and as more and more people become aware of the website, I think we've got lots of opportunities to play in this space. So again, scooter ranking pinned right up at the top, relative strength improving. Full stochastic's been up here for 3 months, and I realize the $100 run already going. We've got a couple of names that are really starting to fire up, and this looks to be a good one. If the market was to pull back and you could catch it around the 10-week moving average, that wouldn't be a bad place to look either. I do like the acceleration in volume as this starts to move out of this kind of sideways consolidation in here. My fourth name is DraftKings, and recently the NHL has gone back to playing, and they're all playing in their bubbles, Toronto and Edmonton. But one of the things that happened is the 50-50 pools have absolutely taken off to the moon because you can buy them online now, and you used to have to go to the games. And I think that same level of attention and spiking is pretty big. So it used to be, I think it was, I'm going to pick a number, 300,000 for an Edmonton Oilers 50-50 draw. It was 15 million for one of the games. It was that kind of step change, and maybe I got the number wrong, but 5 million or something. It's huge. So I think there's a lot of pent-up demand around sport, and I think DraftKings, as the NHL continues into the playoffs, we start to get the football going here, basketball into the playoffs. There's lots of opportunity for all of this to expand meaningfully, and I think that could be a big opportunity. So I do like the fact that it's consolidated for 2 months, and if this starts to break out to the upside, I think you want to join the party, perhaps even just to move back above this 10-week, and it closed right on it this week. My last pick is Hovnanian, and this was a home builder. It was in a bit of a downtrend for 3 years before this, then came up, was starting to do pretty well, trying to push through to new highs in January, February, and fell apart. Well, now with the change and a lot of people thinking about moving out of the big city and living out farther out if they can work from home and get away from the downtown bustle, we're seeing this stock shoot up here to push above new 52-week highs and now going back to new 2-year highs. Very, very bullish. And the other thing I like about it is the stock was really starting to perform well late in 2019 and now is taking off again. The relative strength is at new 2-year highs, so this thing is really starting to accelerate. Big volume piling in the last 4 weeks. Which looks really good. And we see the PPO just moving above zero now. And with that sort of backdrop, I think you've heard lumber sold out, softwood lumber sold out, plywood sold out, deck materials are sold out, patio pavers for backyards, like everything around the home building experience is under pressure. So I think there's some big opportunities there. And lastly, if you're interested in the type of work we do over at gregschnell.com, you can head over to our website and just log in and use the coupon code DAILY5. Whenever I run one of these Daily 5 shows, I offer a coupon to get our package at $4.97 per year. But the Schnell Strength Index has been sliding recently, and you can get my update on that and see how it works for you. So thank you for taking the time to watch. Hopefully there's some good names in there. I do expect the market to pull back over the next couple of weeks. We really saw some declines in breadth. So if any of these give you a pullback opportunity, I think that would be a nice place to take an entry on. Thanks everybody for joining me. Bye-bye.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're going to bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.